Yes. 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 Perfect. Why did this get autocorrected? All right. No. Chat monitor is up. Okay. So I'm just gonna kind of dive straight in. We got Birdo. I'm not playing Birdo though. I'm sticking to my main because I'm a loser like that. So yeah. I guess the odds of getting one of the new courses was low, so I'm gonna go random. Oh yeah, hello, welcome to the stream. I apologize that it started kind of quiet. I was trying to figure something out. But yeah, apologies for not streaming on Wednesday. Just was not feeling it. I don't know. Last week I was just like kind of out of it and dealing with a lot of stuff at work that I was working on, so like I just didn't have as much energy coming into a stream after a work day. But I'm gonna also, I guess, mention I will be kind of taking a small hiatus for a little while coming up here. So basically next weekend I'm going to be busy. I'm not going to be streaming at all. Rude. So like that's just not going to be a thing. Not the best. Not the best corner cut. Well. But yeah, so I'm going to be busy next weekend. So if I do stream on this Wednesday, that'll be the last stream before my short hiatus starts. And then I won't be streaming again until like Saturday, a couple weeks out from there. That's so rude. Ethan here's playing smart. Double item box. But yeah, so basically from starting guaranteed next Saturday, there won't be a stream that Saturday, there won't be a stream the following Wednesday, and because I'm going to be busy the next weekend, and I was like, I might as well just take like an actual break in the time kind of spanning this. So, I'll go first, okay. But yeah, so like, no stream next Saturday, no stream the Wednesday after that, no stream the weekend after that, and no stream the Wednesday after that. So there's going to be 4 streams. 4 streams that are guaranteed not happening. If I'm feeling up to it, I'll be streaming this Wednesday still. But not guaranteed. Boo Lake. Everyone's like, boo! So yeah. Just wanted to kind of mention that there's going to be a sort of a short hiatus incoming. But other than that, not a ton to say. Yeah. Everyone picked game. That's all of them. That's 12 suggestions. Okay. Oh wow, who would have thought we got Boo Lake when we had like half of the people on Boo Lake? So, now is the time I'm going to focus a bit more on the game and less on talking about that. Even though I came in first, I'm gonna buckle down and focus more. We'll see. I don't know how that happened, but I will take it. If I hadn't hit that wall, I would have been fine. I respect the Mr. Scooty. Mr. Scooty with the roller tires was, at least in the first game, one of the best vehicle combinations in the game. There were like a few that matched Mr. Scooty as far as stat distribution went. But like I did the math in the original Mario Kart 8, and Mr. Scooty was easily the strongest overall stat total. That's usually how it goes. If something has lower speed, because it's got such high acceleration, such high handling, such high mini turbo stats, that usually helps. But like this was also factoring in underwater speed, air speed, anti-grav speed, all of those handling stats. And it had the highest stats. Now, I will admit I was excluding like weight, because that was, I don't see weight as like a super essential stat. I see that as like a nice stat to have. So I did remove stats that I didn't put much stock into, much value into. But I think honestly, if you even include the weight stat, it does still come out as the #1 vehicle in 8. I don't know what it is anymore. I know that a lot of people are going like King Boo or Waluigi in the cat car, or on the like Teddy ATV with roller tires. That's kind of the new meta. Wild Wiggler has been dethroned, which actually was my main go-to vehicle in the original game for quite a while. Before I discovered the true middleweight in the Bitty Buggy. That was my go-to after that. I don't know if that ever surpassed my use of the Wild Wiggler. I used middleweight, I think, Wild Wiggler back in the day. That was like my go-to. I don't like that. Okay, that was the third one. Okay. I was like, oh, it's not coming back to them. I might be good here. I was in fact good. Yeah, I feel like that's something I don't do a lot. I don't, like, snipe item boxes as much. Like, I just get an item. I don't, like, really try to get good item boxes or hit multiple item boxes or whatever. Like, that's just not a goal for me to, like, get in the way of other people's items. But, like, I feel like it should be. Because, like, that is, in fact, a part of the game. Like, there, you gotta have some skill in how you hit the item boxes if you want to be, like, really good. Oh. I whiffed the boost there. Now, I am front-running in this lobby right now. And, you know, now that I said that, there's a high chance I'm about to get Mario Karted or something, but I have quite the lead. They didn't even hit me with a shock. I don't know what happened, because, like, that red Yoshi especially, like, they're good. That red Yoshi and the Bowser Jr. are both pretty good. Like, I saw them a good bit in the other two races. Yeah, Ethan and Luna. Looks like Cass is also pretty good. I feel bad. Because, like, I'm kind of out of practice. I just have a lot of muscle memory for this game. Like, that's a thing. With Mario Kart 8 especially, I don't know if I could say this about Wii anymore. Double Dash takes me a little bit to get back into. N64, I have to do a lot to get back into it. But Mario Kart 8, from the sheer amount that I played it on the Wii U, because this is my most played Wii U game, if you didn't know. I played hundreds of hours of Mario Kart 8. And I'm not even talking, like, online. I mostly didn't play online. I mostly just raced CPUs. I would play versus mode a lot, just alone. I would race a lot with my dad as well, but I played a ton of this game. And so, like, a lot of it's just muscle memory for me. Like, I definitely get rusty, you know? Like, I'm not as good now as I was at my peak of playing. I see people all the time who are much better than me, especially online, or like on Twitter or something like that, and I'll see someone do like this crazy shortcut, and like I'm not good at consistently getting those types of things, but like they're so good that if you don't get those things, you get like last place because everyone else is getting them. It's like I fall in like the high skill casual range, I would say, for Mario Kart 8. Like, I'm not phenomenal at the game. At the same time, I'm very good. Like, I'm better than the average player, I would say. And, like, that's not, like, me trying to be like, oh, I'm so good at the game, I'm too full of myself. Like, that's just, like, as far as I know, I am, as far as people who play this game just for fun, not competitively, not trying to be, like, the best online and stuff, I'm one of the, like, better players that I know. I have my weaknesses. Like, I'm not good at, like, items. Like, I use my items very defensively because I'm not very good at using them offensively. I'm bad at, like, the battle modes and stuff. because like my aim sucks when I'm using items. But like, I don't know. Like I would say I'm like pretty dang solid at this game. Got a little bit onto the off-road. Alright, Ethan's coming. I think he has a mushroom. No, my coins! I feel bad for whoever got that boo. My god, that's gotta suck. I'm so sorry. You took my coins. It's funny, I've never hated the coin item. I know a lot of people hate it because they feel like it, you know, is just not easy to... I don't know, like it's not as useful as like a shell or something that's like defensive. Oh my god. Alright, yeah, you got that. That was a well-timed blue shell from whoever hit that. But, like, I don't know, like... What was I saying? Oh, like, I'm fairly, like, defensive with my items. I don't try to use them offensively much because I'm not consistent with it. Like, I'll use my red shells offensively. I don't feel like I can use, like, green shells offensively all that well. I don't like Sky High Sundae, but I'll do it. But I used to just go on, like, I would troll. Like, because that's a thing you can do. You can troll in Mario Kart 8 online, and that's what I would do. I would just, like, pick a character and try to play in character. And you might be asking yourself, how the hell can someone play Mario Kart in character? Because, like, I would, like, pick a me. I would, like, I don't know, like, I would pick a character that I thought would be, like, funny or something, and then, like, pick a character, like, pick someone else online that they would sort of go after. I don't know, I would, like, just kind of, like, harass, like, a specific person that I felt like would have, like, a vendetta or a rivalry with this character that I'd picked. Or I'd try to play them in ways that, like, fit the character. I don't know, it's hard to describe, and I'm, like, struggling to think of, like, a good example of a character, but, like, you know, for example, like, if I was playing as, like, I had a Killer Bee me from, like, Naruto, and I would, if I saw, like, another Naruto character, like, if someone was playing as, like, had their, like, username as, like, Sasuke, or, like, something like that, I would, like, sort of target them just because it felt fitting for the character to, like, go after someone from his universe or something. Like, I don't know. I'm struggling to find good examples, but I just remember doing that a lot when I was a youth playing my Mario Kart 8 copy on the Wii U. I didn't play a lot online. I only did that during, like, the summers and, like, the winters because I didn't have good online growing up. I had at my main, like, house that I lived in with my dad, I had satellite internet, so didn't have, like, the most easy access to, like, good internet connectivity. Though Mario Kart doesn't require a good connection, like, Mario Kart's probably the game you can play the most easily while on an unstable connection. Like, you could play this game on just about anything. Like, is your router a potato? Good enough. Ooh. I feel bad for whoever I took this from, especially if they have a blue shell coming at them anytime soon. Yeah, I'm definitely less practiced on like the DLC races from like the newer course packs. This one's not one of my good races though. I will admit I suck at Sky High Sunday. Even though I picked it and this is my race. This is literally I'm the one who chose this race. It landed on me. Bro, this pack is so tight. Alright, I got 5th. There we go. I needed my ego to be checked. Still on that increase, because oh my god, a lot of the other people with like the 4,000s were below me. Jeez. Okay. I feel bad. But yeah, the reason I say that I'm like probably one of the better like casual Mario Kart 8 players is because like my I remember my freshman year when I was in college, we held a Mario Kart 8 tournament because they would hold an annual Mario Kart tournament, and they were holding Mario Kart 8 that year. I was like a freshman, and there were these people that I kept being like told like, oh, they're really good. Like, I see that you're doing pretty good here, but like, just wait till you run into them. And I didn't know who they were because people kept saying their names, but I had no idea who I was playing against, who they were talking about. So then I like take a look, or like I'm like between matches at some point. I'm like watching like another race go down, and there's like a pretty small tournament. Like, don't get me wrong, it's not like huge. There weren't like pro players or anything. But I'm like sitting there watching like another race, and one of my friends comes over and he's like, hey, this is one of the guys I was telling you about. And I look up and he's like, oh yeah, we already played. And I was like, oh yeah. He's like, yeah, he 2-0'd me. And they were just like, what? And then I ended up winning the tournament, and everyone was kind of just like shocked because like those two were like kind of known as like the good players of Mario Kart 8, I guess, on campus. But like they were just like me. They were just like pretty dang good casual players. So we just had like close races and had some fun with it, and then like called it a day. But it was just really funny. And so like that's why I kind of hold myself as like a good casual player, because against other good casual players we'll have good races. Oops, didn't mean for that. Oh, now I'm stuck with the carrot. That's my own fault. But yeah, it's just, I don't know. It's like that's what I think of. It's like I had a friend who, when it came to Smash, he only played with people who were in like the Pittsburgh competitive scene. So like that's kind of, he grew up in it and had like a lot of friends who were in it, but he wasn't playing competitively at like tournaments and stuff. But he was just playing with his friends who did that. That was rough. Now I'm in the pack. It's like he was like, he always felt like he was bad at Smash, and then would, every time he would play against like friends at college, he would realize like, oh no, for someone who doesn't play competitively, like I'm just very good. Like I'm not good enough to beat competitive players, but I'm also too good to like play with most of my friends and have them feel like they can win. Though I will say I'm not very good at 200cc. If we're playing 150cc, like the like tournament that I was at was, then like yeah, still got 7th. Like that'll screw me up. Like 200cc, I get sloppy because it's so fast. I love 200cc, and I also love it because it makes it harder for me. It means that the races end up being better races. I'm not sitting there like front running against my friends if we're playing together. But like they also hate 200cc because it's too fast. So it's like the ever-present struggle for me is, do I play 200cc with my friends and they hate it because it's too fast, but I enjoy it because it means that they can beat me and like I actually have like a challenge, or do I play 150cc and just like have some casual fun, but knowing that I'm probably going to beat my like friends in most of the races. I feel like that's always a difficulty, but sometimes I was playing Mario Kart 8 at a convention. They had like a game room set up. And I was playing Mario Kart 8 with like a few of my friends there. I don't know if Gwen was playing too. She was there, but to make it more fair, what we did is I stood, because I'm really bad at Mario Kart 8 when I'm standing, because my body starts to lean when I'm in like anti-grav sections, like with the wall. Is really weird, and I don't do that as much, I don't think, when I'm sitting. But like I also like my arms have to be in like a very specific sort of way for me to be like maximally comfortable and ready to Mario Kart. Like I can't sit wrong, so standing hurts my Mario Kart skills significantly. Which, like, I get how that sounds weird, but it's true. Ooh, fire flower. My banana! That's just rude. Also, I see that there's some messages in chat. I will read them between races. So I apologize if I'm not responding just yet. You're not getting saved by me. Not today, buckaroo. I jinxed myself by being rude to them. Now I got coins as my second item. And this is not the easiest defensive one, because you can sneak up and get like a good red end. Like they just tried to. Alright. Another... Why do I keep getting these? Alright, that was good enough. Alright. I do not know PetSim X. I do not. So what are the... Oh, thumbs up. Okay, I don't recognize the emoji on YouTube all that well. Thumbs up. I do not play Roblox. Not particularly my vibe. Also, I just don't support the developers behind it. There's been a lot of stuff in their culture that not great, and that kind of like knowingly was kind of swept under the rug quite a bit. Not that I guess many developers are different, but I don't know. Just not the most comfortable with Roblox. I do actually have Robux somewhere. Don't remember where I put it. It was either like a Christmas present or a birthday present. No, it was a graduation present from a friend. He got me Robux. Got me $5 or something in Robux. And I still have it somewhere. I just don't remember where I got it. I never like cashed it in, so I just have like this like little $5 like Robux gift card somewhere in my house. I'll find it someday. Alright. Well, that was a rude double item box spawn. So I will actually mention, that's one of the other things is I'm not certain how heavy Roblox and like other things are. Like I don't generally want to do too many like PC streams, just because like my PC is not the strongest and it has like a bit of a struggle right now. Just I don't know fully what the source of it is, but it like well just sometimes in certain typically more intensive like modern games it'll just like freeze, and it's only happened since I got like an upgraded video card, so I'm not sure if it is the video card itself or what, but like it doesn't consistently happen all the time. And I think at the end of the day, like, it's not worth it for me to, like, go through and overly troubleshoot it. Like, I think my plan is to just someday get a better, newer rig and then kind of go from there. Like, it even happens sometimes when I'm playing, like, Overwatch 2. Not consistently anymore. Like, I've tweaked enough settings, I guess, where it doesn't crash me much, but I don't know. It's just, it's disappointing, and it makes it, like, kind of unnerving to, like, play with, like, OBS open, or to, like, have Discord open while I'm playing, just because, like, I don't know if it's going to end up being that it's just, nope, nope, that was too much. Let's crash the computer. Did I actually hit that guy? Dang. I would have to find where the thing is. I don't know exactly where I have the card. But I do have it somewhere. The code is unused. So technically speaking, however much Robux is on it, that is that is available. I just don't know exactly where I've got it at this time. I did Singapore already today, so I'm gonna do random. But yeah, I don't fully know why my computer does that. If I had to guess, part of it is that it's just like some of the components are a bit older and they're struggling a bit with having a fat, like, what do I have? Like a 2080? I have an RTX 2080, yeah. You can see it has its name on the side. Which my previous one was, I had a GeForce GTX 745, which is significantly weaker than a 2080. The 2080 is actually basically the strongest thing that my computer's CPU can actually handle. And I got this one like refurbished with like a tax return. So that's the only reason I was able to afford it. But what I want to do is at some point in the future just upgrade my computer overall, because I don't trust myself to, like, I don't know. I have the skills to do some level of, like, computer fiddling, you know, and, like, component swapping. I could hypothetically build myself my own brand new PC someday in the future. But at the same time, I'm not fully comfortable doing that because I don't want to, like, damage it. So I would rather, like, buy a pre-built decent computer, and then if there's, like, something in it that I want to swap out, like, do that. And I've had this computer since I entered college. It's like a Dell XPS something. But it was like $1,000 when I got it. Like 16 gigabytes RAM, Intel Core i7. Cody's going crazy. You know, the GeForce GTX 745 was one of the components it had when I got it. 1 terabyte hard drive space, and I put in my old 500 gigabyte hard drive just as a backup that I would like keep like kind of backup files on of like random things that I no longer really like needed to have on my main drive. Like I have like a bunch of old like YouTube videos and stuff, and like their original files saved on that, stuff like that. And then when I was in, and I got it before college, like I got it when I was in my senior year of high school, kind of around my birthday. And then I got the like capture card that I have. Like I have the built-in Elgato. I think it's the Elgato HD60 Pro, which is like the internal one that takes like a video card slot. So that's like my capture card. And like those are the two main things I've got in there that are upgraded. The other one is I when I was in college, I had my power supply crash. So I got a new one. Eventually that died too. And I said, screw it. I'm going to get the best power supply I can get with my money. So I got like a power supply that's way too big. That doesn't fully screw it. The thing just like kind of hangs as like a looming weight in my computer. It's terrifying, but it is fat. I did have an issue with the first one I got, but it came with a warranty, so I got it replaced with a new one, and I got to keep all the cables. So very strong, sturdy, powerful power supply in there. But I would love to someday get like a better computer, with better specs overall, and then kind of just take what I need from my current one and put them into it. And then I guess the other thing that got replaced is I had a hard drive die. Like sadly enough, the hard drive that came with this computer was the one that died. And that happened early into my senior year of college. Was when I was moving back. And it was having some issues prior to that, but when I moved in, that was when it died. And so what I had to do basically was, you know, I got a new hard drive. I had to get a new fresh install for Windows 10. Thankfully, my like Microsoft Office like stuff, that was all saved and locked in with my account. I didn't know that was a thing. So when I installed, I just had Office and all of that still. But yeah, like I don't know, it was stressful, and that was when I rebranded. And that's when I actually made the current logo I've got, which was made in fall of 2019. There was a short period before I was back up and running fully that I was running Linux, and I did not like the Linux distribution I was running. It was awful. I'm not a Linux guy. I don't know. I don't like, at least not that Linux. I would much rather have something that's like a lot more normal, I guess. And so like I just prefer using Windows. Yeah, I want to get like something nice someday, something that can run a lot more stuff, has more storage space, because right now the hard drive I got for free from my boss, actually, in college for a while. He was the computer science department like tech guy, basically. Like he was the one he wasn't a professor, but he like handled the server that we had over there, handled all the computers, made sure all that was up and running. and I reached out to him and was like, hey, do you have any like spare hard drives? Because my hard drive crashed. And he gave me a 500 gigabyte hard drive for free. And he was like, this is unused. I checked it. Yeah, we haven't really done anything with this one. But we don't really need it. So here you go. Kind of saved my life there. I think the first streams I really came back for after that were Pokemon Shield, which is nuts. It does not feel like that came out in 2019. What games do I play? Honestly, I feel like for a long time, I would say it was a pretty even mix between Nintendo stuff and PC stuff, but more recently, I would say I've been almost exclusively playing games on my Switch. PC-wise, I play Overwatch 2. Used to play Heroes of the Storm a lot, but it's not really getting support now, so I haven't been playing. I don't know. I play mostly. I use my PC for like more casual things like Jackbox these days. But on my Switch, that's where my like bread and butter is. Currently, I play. Right, like recently, I've been playing the Metroid Prime Remaster. Phenomenal. Like I love Metroid Prime. One of my favorite GameCube games of all time. Now one of my favorite Switch games of all time. Who'd have thought? So yeah, Metroid Prime Remastered has been my main go-to recently. Obviously, I play a lot of like Pokemon Violet. Used to play a lot of Pokemon Shield. I'm trying to think of recently what else I was playing. Something before Metroid Prime, I can't remember what it was now. What was I playing? I honestly have no recollection right now. Oops. That was my bad. I mean, I guess, was I playing Luigi's Mansion up until Metroid Prime? I might have been. I was a late adopter for Luigi's Mansion 3, so I was playing that quite a bit when I first got it. There's so many red shells coming from behind me. I think some of the other games that you probably wouldn't think I played much, because it's funny, like when I talk about the games that I play now, I feel like a lot of them don't really fully capture like my taste in games, I guess. Like a big example is like I play like a lot of real-time strategy games, or at least I used to. I grew up on Age of Empires, especially 2. Definitely a good bit of 3 as well, but mostly 2. Age of Mythology as well. One of my favorite real-time strategy games is Impossible Creatures. Just absolutely such a blast of a game. And thanks to like the Tellurian development team, it's really been kept alive. And I love that. It's such a great game. I also played a lot of Spore. That was probably... Oh God, that was definitely one of my special interests as a kid, was Spore. I played so much Spore. I legitimately had over 100 planets in Spore. And I played most of them past... I would always start at Cell. I hated to start with a creature, like starting in like the tribal stage or whatever. I always wanted to start as a Cell and kind of work my way to where I wanted to be. I played so much of that. Yeah, I must have put hundreds upon hundreds of hours into Spore. It's actually why one of my first series on this channel was was both Spore and just making things in Spore, because I did that just a ton as a kid. Probably one of the only Gen Z people with like a ton of nostalgia for the N64. Because I'm on the older end of Gen Z, but even all of my peers, like their oldest gaming memories are like GameCubes and Wiis, where they're like thinking like late GameCube. I lived in a family where we had a GameCube from the time that I was like 4 or 5. Honestly, it was probably sooner than that, and I'm just not remembering it well. Like, I remember the day my siblings came home with a GameCube and Melee. I feel like we got those at the same time. But, like, in the end, we wound up where all of my siblings had their own GameCubes. With their own cartridges. My sister kept hers in her room. Each of my brothers had one, because it was because like they were going into college soon. I was significantly younger. But yeah, like I remember all that, but I especially remember the N64. The N64 was like the console I grew up with as like a young kid. Like I played Pokemon Stadium before I could read. It was actually the game that made me fall in love with Pokemon as like a game. No. I'm too busy talking and not doing very well racing. Who'd have thought? No! I don't know what hit me. But someone got their revenge. But yeah, and then if it wasn't obvious, I play Mario Kart. You know, I haven't played it as much on the Switch as I did on the Wii U, but every Mario Kart game has been like one of my favorites on whatever console it is. Like, just historically been a big Mario Kart fan. Yeah, and mushrooms. Alas. But yeah, I played Mario Kart 64, I played Double Dash, I played Wii, played DS religiously, played 7, played 8, also religiously. Yeah, I don't know. Like, let me see, what are my recent purchases? Or not even my recent purchases, all of my physical purchases, I guess. You know, well, that's a good way to tell where I was at. So, most of these games I bought, pre-ordered, or like right after they came out. So, I'm gonna start with Pokemon Let's Go Eevee. The next game I bought was a full price game, Pokemon Shield. Next game I bought that was a full price game, Smash Ultimate. Ring Fit Adventure I was a late adopter for, so really take Smash Ultimate, and then next game I bought Super Mario 3D World. Actually, no, I might have Smash Ultimate and Shield swapped right now. I don't know why. Because I feel like, yeah, because Ultimate came out before I had Shield, so it was pre-2019. Yeah, because this is my other one. I don't know, I swapped those two. Oopsies. Gotta fix that. So yeah, sorry. Let's Go Eevee Ultimate Shield. And then I got like Super Mario 3D World, which is my favorite Mario game as far as like actual platformers go. Mario 3D World, new Pokemon Snap. Oh, is this the mirror version? This is the mirror version. Ah! Okay. I was not expecting the mirror cup version. I think that honestly one of the crazy things to think about is that new Pokemon Snap came out while I was living here. Like it doesn't feel like that would have been the case, but that was. It's just crazy to think I've been living here like this long already, I guess. That was followed by Miitopia, but like the Switch release, which I played a ton of that on 3DS, and I did as well on the Switch. Love me some Miitopia. I like 100%ed the world map and stuff. No. Oh, I still got first. All right. But yeah, Skyward Sword HD. I love Skyward Sword. I love Zelda. That's one I forgot to mention. I love Zelda. Metroid Dread, the first 2D Metroid that I've actually beaten. Monster Crown, which I didn't beat because the physical version had some like bugs and stuff. So I kind of took a break and I haven't really come back to it. I'm gonna go Excite Bike because Amsterdam is not as fun. Yeah, Brilliant Diamond, Legends Arceus, Monster Hunter Rise, which I bought way later, but it was because they did like the free trial thing, and so I tried it. It was very good. That was that. And then other physical games. I also have like Animal Crossing and Pokemon Violet digitally. I haven't played this as much as I'd like to, but I have Mario Party Superstars. I enjoy Mario Party a lot. Splatoon 3. Fire Emblem Engage was the one I was playing. It wasn't Luigi's Mansion, it was Fire Emblem Engage. Which is the second Fire Emblem I've beaten after Fire Emblem Awakening. Yeah, I have a pretty broad swath, but generally Nintendo, or like a few specific types of like PC games. Yeah, I play a pretty broad swath of genres, I would say. But I generally don't play many games that are like all that realistic, I guess. Is one way to put it. Like, well, I like really flubbed all of those tricks. I don't know, like I don't like most shooters, but I like Overwatch because it's cartoony and it has like supports and all sorts of stuff like that. I don't get that anymore. I'm button first. I hate that. I don't understand why it never takes me high enough. It like never works right for me. Yeah. Alright, I was able to recover in a second. That's not too bad. I'm trying to think what else I do. I would say one thing I don't play a ton of, and it's not like, I don't know, I guess I do kind of avoid it. I don't play a lot of indie games. I don't know, I feel like indie games tend to have... I'm trying to think of like the way I want to put it. Because like I think like indie games are great. I think people who support indie games are great. I think something I get very frustrated by a lot are like game crashes and things like that, and they tend to be a little more unstable early on just because you don't have the ability to do as much playtesting when you have a smaller dev team. And again, no knock to indie developers. Like, I know how hard it is to program a game. I've done it before in a very small capacity. Shit's hard. Like, don't get me wrong. But I don't play a lot of indie games, and I think a big part of it comes from there's like a few main types of indie games, I feel. Kind of like they lean into sort of like trends a lot. Like, so do AAA games, but I think it's just that I don't like the trends in indie games quite as much, in like quite the same ways. Though I also don't play a lot of AAA games. Like, Nintendo counts, but like that's... When people say AAA, they mean things typically like the Horizon Zero Dawns, the God of Wars. And I don't really play games like that. They don't appeal to me. But likewise, a lot of indie games just don't end up appealing to me too much. At least not in a way that I would want to play them often. I find it really enjoying to like watch people play. Like, I watch like a lot of Let's Plays of like indie games and stuff, even though I don't play a lot myself. I don't know, I think a part of it comes down to like, you know, like a lot of them are kind of not necessarily nostalgia based, but they're like sort of like nostalgic genres that you don't see as often these days, but that appeal to people because they used to be a common thing. Like, for example, like platformers. I don't play Celeste because I suck at 2D platformers. I didn't enjoy Metroid Dread all that much because of it. I don't like platformers, and I don't like games that are too hard because I'm a baby. And so like that takes out like a pretty broad swath of a lot of indie games, because those are genres that are both pretty accessible to develop in these days, but also genres that are like ones you don't see a lot of new games coming out in. You know, you don't see a lot of new 2D platformers that are like AAA. That just doesn't happen anymore. It's past that time frame. But you see a lot of indie 2D platformers a lot more often. There's a lot more like roguelike games. I'm not huge on those. They don't appeal to me quite as much. Trying to think of like some other examples. I don't enjoy like visual novels as much, and that's like another decent chunk. I feel like a lot of games are also like, there's like a lot of like walking and talking simulators, like games that are meant to give you like a very specific experience, and like a very specific vibe. Like those are the types that I love to watch people play, but that I don't necessarily love to play myself. You know, like I'll watch someone play like a really deep and emotional like game more readily than I'll like play one myself. As far as like a visual novel goes, or like a 2D puzzle game or whatever. And it's weird. It's kind of hard to say why I don't necessarily find a lot of indie games all that appealing to me, but they just like never have been. And it's kind of funny because it's like the opposite case with my wife Gwen. Like, she loves indie stuff. She doesn't really play a lot of like AAA higher budget games. Like the most expensive game that she currently owns is, I bought a physical copy of Animal Crossing New Horizons for her because my copy was digital and I felt like it was a game she would enjoy, but at the same time I didn't have a way to share my copy and give her the experience that you like really deserve to get from that game as like the main person on the island, like the main representative, the only person who can move the story forward. So like that was a big one that I wanted her to be able to experience in full. So I bought her like a physical copy of it for, I think it was a Christmas present. And as I kind of expected, like she did really enjoy it. She hasn't played it a lot recently, but it's kind of how Animal Crossing goes. Like you play every day for a while, and then kind of fall off it for a bit. But like she loved that, and she was like talking with me about how like it's so weird to her to think that, you know, it is a game that costs like $60, whereas all of her other games that she like owns on her Switch, she bought for like $1 to $10, you know, except for like Minecraft, which was like, I think Minecraft's like 20 or 30, maybe 40. Like, I think Minecraft's the next most expensive game that she has. Yeah, I don't know. It's kind of funny because we were kind of opposites in that way. Where like she almost only gets into indie games, and like I almost only get into non-indie games. But at the same time, I love indie developers. I love the ideas they bring to like the table. I love watching people play indie games. I just don't often enjoy playing them myself, which is like kind of weird. Like a big part of why I bought Monster Crown wasn't because I expected to love it, but it was more so because I wanted to support people exploring those types of ideas on their own, you know, and going and making a cool game. And also I really like the box art. Like I have a collection of my recent game cases that I haven't put away yet. I'm like, because I take all my games out and put them places. So every purchase since Metroid Dread is in this stack. As far as like my physical copies go. Let's go with Luigi Pinball. Here it is. Monster Crown has gorgeous box art. Like absolutely beautiful. I love this box art so much. And it is a big part of why I bought the game. I almost exclusively bought the game for this box. But also because I wanted to support Studio Aurum, who developed it, and support just indie developers even though I didn't expect that I would play it religiously or play it nearly as much as like I would play Pokemon. I wanted to get it because it sounded really cool, it looked really cool, and I just wanted to support that, you know? That was a big reason I got it. But yeah, I love having physical copies of games, is the other thing. I am a physical person when it comes to console games. I don't care as much with PC, but with console, I go physical almost exclusively. Here. I screwed that up. I screwed that up, but at least I hit Mario. Get wrecked. I remember the time on the Wii U before Mario Kart 8 came out, and at that time, the main racing game I played on it was Sonic and All-Stars Racing Transform. That game goes so hard. Like, you do not understand how hard that game goes. I played it a ton, and I played that with my brother a lot. We loved it. We had a blast. That was a very fun game. Though that's the only other racing game I really play. Like, I mostly play Mario Kart. Like, call me a Nintendo fanboy. I don't find other studios nearly as fun nearly as often. Like, Blizzard has its fair share of problems, but like, I find a lot of their games really engaging and like, they're just very fun. Or like their play styles that I really like. So like I do play like a decent bit of Blizzard games, for better or for worse. If I had a better computer, Diablo 4 would excite me a lot, because I haven't really played a Diablo game. I played, what is it? I played, Diablo Immortal on my phone, but I only played it for a little while. It didn't hold me. I don't find mobile games very engaging. I'm not a mobile gamer. It's like, if you're not on my PC or my Switch, I'm probably not playing you. And if you're not on my Switch, I'm not playing you a lot these days. I don't know. It's just how it is. I think a big part of it is that the Switch is portable. The portability is a big factor for me with it. Because I can play it like anywhere in my house. I can play it out and about. Love Switch. Great console. Is that Dale Gribble? Make him talk. Yeah, he ain't gonna talk. He looks like Dale. Kind of. I would say he's not the most accurate Dale Gribble, so he might not be Dale Gribble. That could just be the dude. That could just be him. He's just be out here looking like Dale Gribble. We'll see. It's only been an hour and 10 minutes. It does not feel like it's been only an hour and 10. It feels like it's been like 2. I love me some Mario Kart. Ooh, okay. Oh, I didn't look at his name. who was the front runner. So he's that Dry Bowser. Unless Dry Bowser's new and he was the... No, he's not pseudonym. Yeah, no, that's just the dude's me, okay. I shouldn't have backed up so that I can see that. Now I'm stuck in the back of the pack. I front run a lot better than I catch up. Shoot. Oh my god, I am doing horribly. No! I didn't get enough of a boost off that mushroom. I don't normally do that horribly on this race. So let's hope I can recover. Of course I cut the corner too tight. It was like I feel like I started drifting too early. Alright, take it tight. Tight. Alright, I've made it to third. No! I don't know, I was like, I don't know why I used it then, thinking like, oh, it'll make me go faster. Like, I won't have to accelerate as long, and then I used it before I even got hit. Oh my god. I'm just being too reckless with these mushrooms. I just want to be able to take the shortcut, guys. That was rough. That was a rough race. I did not do that well. That was my own bad. Yeah, -4 indeed. Oops. That's my bad. Ooh, Riverside Park's new. I want to do that one. Yeah, Riverside Park. You know, I guess it was always this way online. I was trying to think if it was, if Mario Kart ever was one where you could select any race to pick. But I think that was just Wii. And I think maybe 7? You know what I should do? I should sit like I'm playing Mario Kart. That's what I gotta do. I was being too relaxed. It was messing me up. That's my redemption race. Gotta hold on to this lead while I can. No! That was cruel. Okay, that was very smart on their part. They saved a red shell for right at the end. Alright, I'll take that third as a first in my heart, because that one was close. Random. I'm curious what other races they're gonna put in over this, you know, pack, and also other characters now that they have Birdo. There's a part of me I'm really hoping for King Bob-omb. He is my favorite character that they added to Tour. I would love to see him here. Though I think it would also be really cool if they added just like another random out of the blue character that's like a third, or not third party, but like non-Mario rep. You know, like Link already was. Like if they just put Captain Falcon in, I would love that. Give us Captain Falcon. Do it, Nintendo. You already gave us Link. Or Samus. I would take Samus. Because Metroid's been in a bit of a heyday. Like, give us Samus. And Samus' gunship as a cart. Do it. Do it, Nintendo. There's a part of me that hopes that whatever racing game comes next from Nintendo, that they don't just make another Mario Kart, but I know they don't want to make a like Nintendo Kart or like a Super Smash Kart type thing. That's not something Nintendo really wants to do, but I would love it, so they should do it, because I am the only voice that matters. Like, I'm just imagining like a Mario Kart style game, but it has like Pokemon in it, and it has, I don't know, just like other fun representatives and courses that span all over Nintendo's franchises. Is this 200cc? This feels like it might be 200. That doesn't really help here. That was nuts. Okay, that was awesome. That was like the coolest thing I've done in Mario Kart. All like easily within like the past several months. You know, since they started releasing the booster pass, that was the coolest thing. It might have been the coolest thing I've ever done in Mario Kart in general. Oh my god. That was amazing. I got that on stream. Whoa. The Crazy 8 into the Golden Mushroom. The Crazy 8 getting me to second place. The Gold Mushroom getting me an insane lead. Whew, that felt good. That was amazing. That was fun. That was good. Oh, I loved that. But yeah, anyway, I would love to see, I don't know, I would love to see, like a game that pulls from more Nintendo properties than just Mario. And like Donkey Kong and Yoshi. I don't know. I think it'd be really fun. Like, I mean, literally, Hyrule Circuit in this is such a fun race. Like, all of the races, like the F-Zero races, the, you know, Hyrule Circuit, Animal Crossing, those races are all really fun and, like, vibrant and feel like awesome representations of their respective franchises. I would love a Mario Kart game that's just, like, all of that, you know? Give us a Splatoon race. Give us like a Metroid race. Give us a Kirby race. Like, all of those things would be awesome, because like that was one of the coolest things. I don't even have any nostalgia for Sega properties, but that was one of the coolest things about Sonic and All-Stars Racing Transform, was the sheer variety of scenes that it had, of tones that the races had. It just felt super fun, having all of those like different properties represented by one racing game. The Knights race was like super cool. Had I ever played a Knights game before? No. Do I fully understand Knights as a genre? Or not as a genre, as a franchise? No. Well, I thought it would hit somebody, and I did not. Gotcha. Oh, that was... I thought that was the final lap. Oopsies. Well, I'm almost to the end. Okay. I wasted a lot of the... I wasted a lot of those, super horns. But thankfully there were no blue shells that race, so we're good. We are A-okay. Oh, apparently that's the "you got this" emoji. Which apparently does not show up in the chat. That's interesting. I would have thought that it would have those, but I guess not. Merry Mountain, yes please. Merry Mountain's one of my favorite tour tracks. We can't. I love that they have the "let's wait for more players" option, and it's like the only way you can do that is to not pick a course. Like that's not an option you get. You can't choose to wait for more players. Like you can't go like, "Oh yeah, you know what? You're right, buddy. Let's wait. Let's give it another 10 minutes and see who else pops in." And even then, you have a timer. Alright. I got Merry Mountain. I'm happy. God, I love Merry Mountain. It's such a... It is probably the most Christmassy thing that it could have been, you know? Like, they really went crazy on this Crimbus vibes. Or I guess this race's Crimbus vibes. I'm also happy because when I was playing this track for the first time in Tour, that I got Santa Bowser, which is like one of my favorite skins because it's just so ridiculous. Oh, you can do a trick there. Okay. I wasn't certain. I've probably discovered that before when I've been racing, but just haven't remembered. I don't know what happened to that red shell. Oh, but there's a blue shell coming. I don't know why I wasted my banana there. You know, that blue shell didn't make me feel so merry. What? Did that dude fall on me with his, like, after being hit by a red shell? And then have his own item popped out and, like, have that hit me? What was that? That was cold. Just like the temperature of this race. Alright. I'm not getting first, but I can still get second. That was close. I could have had second or I could have had fifth. Like, okay, I'm gonna save that race. I want to see what happened there. I want to see that finish line. You know what? Actually, I was planning on wrapping up anyway soon. I was gonna potentially do it after one more race, but now I want to go see Mario Kart TV. All right, let's see. I want to see the finish line there. Is X full screen? I feel like X is full screen. So where is Cat Peach? Okay, there she is. Oh no, that's Peach in a cat car. Yeah, look how close that was. Like, me, Dry Bowser, Peach. That's nuts. That one was extremely close. I would not like that to be a favorite anymore. There's another one. Oh, I want to see the... This might not be captured in this, so I'm going to switch to the full race mode. Menu, edit, full duration. Alright, it's got a rewind. Alright, here we go. So it starts around here. So there's the star. I still haven't, like, I'm not in first yet, but that, I don't have the best camera angles for it, but that went pretty far. And then the red shell block. Straight into a coin and a banana. That was amazing. Oh, what a beautiful, beautiful third to last race. But, yeah, this is where I'm going to be ending today's stream. So, thank you so much if you joined me live or after the fact. Either way is cool with me as long as you had some fun. That said, I'm going to go do human things as humans do, and you probably should too. So, thank you so much. Goodbye. Goodbye.